Hi everyone, welcome to Tom's Manshed. Right, I hope you had a great Christmas and you're having a good New Year. We're just over halfway through January now. So apologies first for this first video for about a month. Straight into New Year. I had a great Christmas with my two daughters and grandkids and everything. Straight into New Year, I got a chest infection. And it took like a double dose of antibiotics to get rid of. And during that, the coughing, I couldn't believe it would be caused by coughing, but I was getting this chest pain. It turned out I'd broken a rib coughing. So, and I've broken ribs before, so maybe I've got weak ones, I don't know. So it's been a bit of a horrendous sort of like start to the year. But I'm feeling great now, so straight into the videos again. Now, I've got a couple of reviews in the pipeline. Those things behind me on the radiator, I'll explain at the very end of this video some of the forthcoming reviews, but I thought I'd do this one first because it caught me out and left me with like an embarrassing moment in the pub, and I thought I'd go right into it and why I got a bit confused what was causing it, and just a word of advice in case you use the same software, and what happened to me may be of help to you. So I'll start sort of at the beginning. Now, as always, I'll try and itemize this one. It's not going to be as easy to itemize as a review and an unboxing, but I will put as much as I can along the timeline here. So you just want to skip to the end, do that. But hopefully you can stick with me through the whole video, and it won't be as long as my other videos. Hopefully just like 15 or 20 minutes long. So I'm going to start at the beginning because, like I said, I did get confused with Google and YouTube. So if you don't know, when you first set up a YouTube channel, you can monetize it, i.e. you can earn money from the adverts that YouTube put on, and depending on how many views they get and how many hours are watched, you get varying amounts of income. Now, you've got to have, I'm not sure of the figures, I think it's about 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 views for the previous 12 months before you can start. So I started that about 4 or 5 years ago. And when you first do that, you set up a tax payment form. Now, Google and YouTube, as you know, are based in the USA, and they have, forget the word, contract, agreement. There is a word for it, I can't remember, I'll put it on the screen if I remember. Between various countries regarding tax and whether you have to pay tax at source in the USA. Now, I'm in the UK, and there is this agreement that you don't have to pay tax in the USA. You have to pay it here if it's above your annual tax allowance here. You have to declare it and pay tax on that, but not at source in the USA. So I filled all that in 4 years ago or whatever when I first started my channel. And it's been getting all my payments since then, gradually going up. And they're not much. I'll show you what I'm getting in a bit. And they gradually have been going up over the 4 years, but I haven't been paying tax at source in the USA. I don't have to pay tax, just tax here in the UK. So you fill in this tax form, name, address, national insurance number, and all that, and that's it. And you have to do this every 3 or 4 years, I think. Now, I got a reminder in October saying to fill the tax form in. Here's the reminder. And as you can see, it says it expires at the end of 2024. It's time to refresh your US tax form, blah, blah, blah. And they give you all that thing. I did all that exactly as I should. And then a month later, I noticed my payment for that month had gone down about 20%. And I thought, hang on a minute, 20%. And when I went on the live chat with the YouTube operative, they said, yeah, that's the tax deduction here in the States. I says, yeah, but we don't have treaty. That's the word, I've just remembered it. I says, the US has a treaty with the UK that I don't pay tax at source. I pay it here in my own country, in my own tax return form. And they asked me to resubmit my data because something didn't match. Well, it did match. Everything matched exactly the same name, address. I've been here 30 odd years. Age, name, national insurance number, everything was the same as it always has been. But for some reason they said information didn't tally, so I sent them all that, a picture of my driving licence as ID and everything, and then they sorted it out and they paid me back that 20% that they'd wrongfully withheld, and it was all okay. That was like October, November last year. So just after Christmas and before New Year, I get an email, and here is the email I got. So it says, as you can see, Dear Tom's Manshed, the AdSense account associated with your YouTube channel has been suspended. Without an active AdSense account, blah, blah, blah. It's been suspended because for AdSense country restrictions or for invalid traffic or policy reasons. Well, I hadn't a clue what this meant. So I Googled it, looked at a few YouTube videos, and they're just not clear at all. They don't give you exactly why they've suspended any sort of account. They might suspect suspicious traffic and that. And like I say, I looked loads of YouTube videos about it, most of them in like a foreign language, and that I could hardly understand the videos, but I did find one. And she'd got it out of the blue as well. And she went on and she looked and she found on some of her videos there was a lot of traffic from the Philippines had suddenly shot up. So something was funny going on there. But you basically have to be the detective and find out the reason. So I looked through a few of mine and I couldn't find any. This is like the following day. But when I checked my emails, minutes before, I think it was about 2 hours before I got that one, I got this one. So here you can see, you're receiving this email because we've been unable to verify some information on your Google account in order to complete the disbursement process. Blah, 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 information. And it's wanting, again, my name, address, employment, occupation, and everything, including a copy of your current government-issued ID. So I thought, oh, here we go again. This was from Google, like I say, minutes before I got the YouTube one. But I wasn't aware of that. I was sat watching TV when I got the beep beep alert and I read the YouTube one. Automatically started me thinking there's something wrong with my YouTube account that they're saying, and I'm going to have to investigate this. And I immediately started Googling stuff and watching stuff on YouTube for that today, the following day. But I didn't know that they'd sent me that one from Google 2 hours before. And because they're the same company, Google own YouTube, because something had been suspended with Google account, the AdSense account had been suspended from YouTube. As it turns out, nothing to do with anything wrong I've done on YouTube. After me looking and everything, I couldn't find anything wrong. And there is an appeal process in this, that, and the other, but it's very long-winded. And they're not specific. Like I said, they make it like guilty until proven innocent almost. So the problem was with Google for some reason, and again, they're sort of like problem. I hadn't changed any of my details at all. Now, if say there's an iffy transaction on your card, your credit card or your debit card, you usually get a text or a phone call from the bank saying fraudulent activity suspected. Please ring this number if you suspect anything. Have you just tried to use your card and all that? Being quite specific. And then you get in touch to a person. You didn't get that off Google. It just said it's suspended until you've sent us this info. So I did that. Like I say, I hadn't realised that had come before the YouTube. So it wasn't a YouTube problem. It was a Google problem. So anyway, I did all that. And if you look here at me YouTube sort of like earnings, AdSense earnings. So there's tons of stuff in here. Who's watching you, what country, how many, the trends, male, female, whatever. But on this, the revenue, you'll see, this is how much I make on average. Sometimes get a good day, £3. But usually it's about £1.97, £2.29, a couple of quid a day. I usually make about sort of like between 70 and 80 a month. And as you can see, on the day in question, Sunday the 29th of December, it went down to nothing. So I made nothing that day, and the following day 23p, and then we're back up to normal, £2.24, £1.47 and so on. So I lost basically 2 days' earnings, so just about a fiver. So I lost £5. Now I know it's not much, but it's £5 and it's through absolutely no fault of mine. So like I said, this was Saturday night. I thought, well, I'll submit them tomorrow, Sunday. I'm not too bothered if there's a bit of a delay in getting my payments from YouTube. I'm not too concerned about that, but I did it dead quick, and as you can see, they sorted it out very quick as well. But, and this is the main point of this video, because I'd missed that, seeing that email and hearing the alert a couple of hours earlier from Google first, I had it in my mind it was this YouTube problem. But it wasn't, it was this Google problem. And in that Google mail, again, if we have a look at it now, if you see here, it says, please respond with the information requested within 5 business days. Until your information has been verified, you will not be able to transact with any products you may be using, e.g. Play, Google Ads, AdSense, G Suite, etc. with this account. And that's the important bit. It hadn't clicked with me that me Google Wallet in my phone that I used to pay for things in the shops and in the pubs and things had been suspended as well. So I went out that Sunday night, as usual, to my pub quiz at Fleetwood. Goes to the bar, gets a couple of drinks, goes to pay with this, and it came up on screen, payment suspended or something like that, account suspended. I'll show you in a second a screen recorder I made when I got home. But it also said something like contact card issuer. So I'm thinking, oh my God, what's happened to me? Something has been hacked or something. I've got YouTube problems. This problem here with my cards, something is going wrong. I've got to contact my bank. So I swiped over to select my credit card, which I can pay with as well. Same thing on that. Contact the issuer. And I thought, this is weird, this is. So there I was in the pub. I'd stopped taking me actual card itself out because I'm the world's worst person for losing things. I'm always leaving my keys or dropping a credit card or something in the pub, hence using this. And it's more safe, really. If somebody finds your card in the street and goes to a shop and goes to buy something, they can just swipe it on the machine and buy something. At least with this, I've got to verify it with my fingerprint. So I've just started using this in pubs. So there I was, stuck at a bar, not enough cash on me, no cards on me, drinks there, unable to pay. Very embarrassingly, I had to go and ask a friend to lend me some cash for the night to pay for my drinks and pay him back the following week. So yeah, so I was a bit upset really. Why Google can't just be like the bank and say, we think there's something suspicious on your account, or we're not able to verify it. Your account will be suspended in 2 or 3 days if you don't give us the information. No, they don't. They just say, your account's suspended because our information doesn't tally. And like I say, I'd done nothing wrong. All the information hadn't changed. It's something on their side. And they just suspend it like that without letting you know. Again, if they let you know, saying we've suspended your account due to suspected fraudulent activity, something, that's great to stop people using it, although they'd have to chop my thumb off to do it on this. I wouldn't mind that, but no, just an email out of the blue that you might not be aware of getting, saying it's been suspended. and you've then got to sort it out. So, like I said, I did sort it out very, very quickly and managed to pay for my drinks, but it was quite embarrassing. So that's the main point of this video. I may have gone around it the long way, but be aware that if you've got any problem with Google is all empowering. It owns so much stuff and so many apps and stuff like that, that if you have a problem with it, they will suspend your account and you might be stuck. If I'd have been in the supermarket with a shopping trolley full of food and that had have happened, I'd have been goosed. I'd have had to leave it there, go home, bring my physical card back. Because the following day I did ring the bank, and because it said contact issuer, and she said, no, there's nothing wrong, Mr. Ross, with your account. Everything checks out. There's been no fraudulent activity or anything. You could have used your physical card in the pub last night, but of course I didn't have it with me. No problem. Or my credit card, but again, didn't have that with me. But no, there's nothing wrong with your account. Nothing to worry about, Mr. Ross. It must be to do with Google Wallet. So that was the problem. So I've uninstalled Google Wallet. I'll just show you what I got, the things. I can't show you what happened in the pub because it came up something like contact issuer. Because obviously I didn't have my screen recorder going. But as soon as I got home, I pressed the screen recorder on my phone and I recorded this bit. So this will just show you here what comes up about account suspended. So as you can see here, look, suspended. Red triangle, so that was my bank card and my credit card, both suspended. Like I say, actually in the pub it came up as well, contact issuer. This was just when I got home at night. So yeah, as you see there, it's a bit embarrassing when that happens to you at the pub with people behind you waiting to get served and you've got to go and borrow money from your friends. So I've uninstalled Google Wallet now. There's plenty of other similar things. When I came across this one, I'll just start my screen recorder so I can show it you live now. Curve it's called. So this is it here, and again you can unlock it with your fingerprint, so just like Google Wallet or a password, and you put your cards in exactly the same. You can see I've got my Visa debit card, my MasterCard. There's this Flex thing, Curve, their own card. It says I'm on the waiting list. When it's ready, stay tuned. So that'll be another one probably they'll be sending me. But yeah, it seems to do everything. What it does, you can select which card you want to pay with. Just hold it up and it bing bongs, just like the other one did. There's loads of other stuff here that you can put rewards and this and other, and it's worked absolutely flawlessly since I installed it. So I may install, because I installed that while I still had Google Wallet in, and when I first came to use that the following Monday, another one of my pub quiz nights, I came to pay with that, and the Google Wallet sort of took over. So I thought, good grief. So that night, just in case I'd gone out with some cash, so I uninstalled Google Wallet, and I've been using that ever since. So I may reinstall Google Wallet and make sure that is the default one that comes up. And then in case there's anything ever wrong with that, I've got Google Wallet to back me up as well. But the only thing I can think if that could go wrong with that is with on my actual bank or my credit card itself. It's not as if that's in control. It seems to me that, like, if you have a problem on YouTube or whatever, you may get that transferred into your Google account as well, and I don't like them controlling everything. So that's what this video is about. Please be aware that any sort of suspension or anything that Google find iffy, they seem to sort of like stop immediately. They don't make it specific why, and you've got to sort of do a bit of investigating, upload the required information and everything. Like I say, I will give them, they were very, very quick. It all, as you saw, within 2 days it was sorted, and it was over a weekend. It's just me not being aware. Just, you might miss that beep beep of that email and not being aware this happens until you go to the bar and you can't pay. So have another wallet payment method installed on your phone just in case, because you're not going to have a chance to start looking through. Yeah, and what about like Google Play Store? Are you going to have access to that? Can you download new software while your account is suspended? I don't know. So get yourself another wallet type payment method like that Curve, or there's loads of others as well. That was getting good reviews, and like I say, I've been using it ever since, and it's worked flawlessly every single time. So that's great. I think that's the one I'm going to stick with, and that would be my advice. Download another one of them payment methods before something happens with Google, and hopefully you should be all right. So hopefully it's been reasonably easy to follow. It's a long story, and I'm not great at explaining things when they're happening a bit out of order, but hopefully the message got through. So yeah, back to my normal reviews soon. You can see on the radiator there behind are 2 desiccant bags, dehumidifying bags to stop your car windscreen condensating up, which with my car, the MG4, is a real pain. It's the worst car I've ever had for condensating up. Don't know why, but I'll be going thoroughly into what they are, how they work, and if they actually do work. I'm filming that at the moment with and without at various temperatures, showing you the condensation. So that will be coming on very, very soon. And also, me 2 beautiful daughters bought me a big air fryer over Christmas, a 12-litre air fryer, because they bought me a little tiny one a few months ago and it just wasn't big enough. So this is great. It's got rotisserie and all sorts of things on it. Can put full pizza in there and everything. So I'm going to be doing a full test on that, comparing it to my normal air fryer, if you will, that I use now, which is one of them halogen grills, which is just a big glass bowl with a halogen lamp in the top and a fan. It is basically an air fryer because it just cooks with circulating hot air, and they were going before the air fryer became popular. So I'm going to compare one against the other, cooking exactly the same item for the same amount of time and stuff like that. So there are 2 things in the pipeline. So stay tuned for that. Like I say, I'm halfway through filming that, so it shouldn't be too long before that's up. So thanks again for watching this. If you haven't already subscribed, it'd be absolutely fantastic if you could. I was hoping to get up to 4,000 by the end of this year. I'm up to 3,900. So it'd be fantastic if we could get up to that 4,000 come summer. That'd be a real landmark in my world. I know it's tiny, 4,000 compared to some YouTubers, but yeah, that'd be absolutely brilliant. I thank each and every one of you for subscribing. So click the little picture here of the shed if it has been of some use to subscribe, and if it has been of some use, please give us a thumbs up. So I'll catch you for them very, very soon. Thanks again for reaching the end of this. Bye for now.